Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, Audio Explore. Today we're going to talk about the JBL LIVE BEAM3. This pair of earbuds features a 1.45-inch high brightness LCD touchscreen with a sleek matte finished body. The in-ear design weighs only 4.9 grams per earbud, making them super lightweight and comfortable to wear. They support Bluetooth 5.3 and LDAC transmission protocol, along with adaptive digital noise cancellation technology. You get up to 12 hours of battery life on the earbuds and at 6 hours with the charging case. I've had this for almost a week now, testing them in various daily scenarios. First, let's talk about the sound quality.
You are my mad strike, set me ablaze. I wish we could stay, but I got other demons I need face to face. You left me with a heavy heart. I'm colder than the day you met me in the dark. I feel the air around me as it starts to move. I realize I never had that much to lose.
For the bass pros, the low end of the JBL LIVE BEAM3 has a decent amount of punch and presence. The 10mm dynamic driver, paired with a lightweight composite diaphragm, allows it to deliver a strong, dynamic bass performance. When listening to genres like pop and electronic music, the beat comes off as solid and impactful. The bass extension is also quite commendable, adding a rich sense of atmosphere and rhythm to the music, making the overall sound more lively and engaging. As for the cones, the low end lacks some depth and texture, especially when it comes to complex, low-frequency passages. It struggles to clearly convey the subtle differences and textural nuances of various instruments' bass parts. Compared to some high-end headphones, known for their bass performance, the precision and cohesion of the low end on the JBL LIVE BEAM3 fall a bit short. For audiophiles or professionals seeking an extreme low-end experience, it may not be satisfying enough. For the mid-range, the pros. The mid-range, particularly the vocal performance, is quite impressive. The sound is warm and natural with delicate and authentic emotional expression. When playing pop songs, the headphones do a great job of reproducing the singer's vocal characteristics. Whether it's the richness of male vocals or the softness of female vocals, both are clearly presented. The separation between vocals and instruments is also quite good, preventing any interference. This allows listeners to focus more on the emotions conveyed through the music, creating a strong sense of immersion. As for the cones, the mid-range density and fullness could be improved. When listening to music with large orchestras or multi-vocal choral arrangements, the sound tends to feel a bit thin, failing to fully showcase the richness and power the mid-range should convey. Additionally, there is room for improvement in the dynamic range of the mid-range. During musical climaxes, the increase in mid-range intensity and tension is not very noticeable, which affects the overall expressiveness of the music in more complex or intense scenes. For the high pros, the high frequencies have good extension with bright and transparent sound, offering high clarity and detail. When listening to classical music, light music, or other similar genres, the high strings are able to present delicate lines and a soft, lustrous sheen. This creates an ethereal, airy listening experience that adds elegance and refinement to the music, making the overall musical landscape feel more three-dimensional and rich. As for the cones, the brightness of the high frequencies can become slightly harsh at higher volumes, lacking the smoothness and warmth needed for extended listening sessions. This may lead to listener fatigue over time. Additionally, in tracks with many high-pitched instruments or fast tempos, the stability of the highs can suffer, causing subtle distortion that affects the purity of the high frequencies and the overall texture of the music. For the battery life of the JBL LIVE BEAM3 stands out among products in its price range. Despite featuring a display that could potentially increase power consumption, I found that even with active noise cancellation and LDAC enabled simultaneously, it still manages to deliver an impressive 7.2 hours of playtime with the noise cancelling on, followed by an additional 26 hours with the case. This is noticeably better than higher priced competitors like the Momentum TW4 and the AZ80. The noise cancellation performance. Here are 3 noise cancelling test recordings I made in different environments: the subway, the shopping mall, and office. Just put on your headphones and experience the noise cancelling performance of the BEAM3 in various settings. For my testing, the deepest noise reduction was around 43 decibels with a noise cancelling bandwidth of 3 kHz. While the overall noise cancellation isn't the most impressive in this price range, but not that bad. However, in terms of both actual perception and data performance, it doesn't quite match up to some of the core products in the same price range. Latency on iOS, the gaming latency is 197 milliseconds, while on Android, it's 224 milliseconds. In full-length music mode, the latency is 337 milliseconds. These numbers are quite poor, and many music rhythm games are unplayable with noticeable audio-video sync issues and LCD screen. At 4.9 grams per earbud, the weight isn't too heavy, but the in-ear design might not be as comfortable for users with smaller ear canals. However, I don't think this is an issue specific to JBL. For my daily use, I didn't experience any significant discomfort within the first 4 hours of wear. As for the LCD screen, the responsiveness is smooth with no issues. However, personally I still prefer using the mobile app for many functions as it feels more convenient. After all, I tend to have my phone in hand much more often than the earbud charging case. Summarily, I think the JBL LIVE BEAM3 is just an average product in its price range. The only standout feature is the screen. Beyond that, it doesn't offer much more. Although it has 7 layers of cancellation, the difference between the mid-levels is barely noticeable. The adaptive noise cancellation isn't as smooth, comfortable, or effective as what we can see with models like the AirPods Pro 2. Also, the spatial audio experience isn't ideal. It falls short compared to the Encore X3. The overall sound signature is similar to other models in the Live series, with heavy bass and a strong sense of atmosphere, but the details are lacking and it feels a bit hollow. The mids are warm and detailed, with good instrument separation, especially in vocals. However, the highs can sometimes be overly bright, leading to potential distortion, and there is a lack of stability, causing some slight distortion at times. Considering this price, I would rate it a 3 out of 5 stars. Thank you very much. Please make sure to like the video and see you next time.